ॐ नमो प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये। And what would you like for me to talk to you today? What subject you want? It's your choice. Now we are playing a role. I am playing the role of speaker and you are going to listen to me. So it would be wonderful if what the listener wants to listen. Enlightenment. Enlightenment is like a joke. It's like the fish searching for the ocean. Fish is in the ocean. It so happened once upon a time there was a congregation of fishes. All fish got together and they all discussed together and said, now let us see who has seen the ocean. Nobody said, I have seen the ocean. And then one of them said, I think my great-grandfather has seen the ocean. And then someone else agreed to it, seconded that opinion. Yes, I also heard about that. And the third person, in a little later, they said, yes, certainly, that his great-grandfather has seen the ocean. So they built a big, nice temple and made the statue of the great-grandfather of that particular fish. Said they had seen the ocean, they had been connected with the ocean. Enlightenment is the very core of our being, our life. We go into the very core of the self and live from that area in life. We are all gifted with that innocence. We came to the world with innocence. But then gradually we lost that innocence. As we become more intelligent, we have lost the innocence. We were born with silence. As we grew up, we lost the silence and words entered in our head. We were born with the heart, we lived in our heart, and we moved to our head as time went by. Now the reversal of this journey is enlightenment, is journey from head back to the heart, from words back to the silence, and getting back to our innocent nature in spite of our intelligence. See? Maintaining the intelligence, at the same time maintaining the innocence. Maintaining the words, at the same time not losing the silence. That is great achievement. Though it is very simple. So the purpose of knowledge is ignorance. Knowledge should lead you to a point where you feel, I don't know. If knowledge leads you to a point, oh, I know all about, then it has not completed its journey. It has led you somewhere half in the motorway. The car broke down. Completion of knowledge, any knowledge, it could be any knowledge, it will lead you to an amazement, wonder. Leaves you at a place, oh, I don't know. Make you aware of the mystery of this existence. And mysteries are to be lived and not understood. We cannot understand them. No one can understand what life is, but one can live life so fully in its completeness, totality. And the purpose of words is to create silence. See, do our words create silence in the mind of other person? Silence means joy and love. They are together. Silence is joy, love, pleasantness, peace. So every word that moves from our lip and hits some other ears, what does it do? Does it create a turbulence there, or it calms down? It creates a soothing, cooling influence. The purpose of words are fulfilled when they create that silence, isn't it? So enlightenment is that state when the natural state of ours becomes so concrete, so mature and unshakable at any circumstances. Come what may, but nothing could rob the smile from your face, from your heart. And feeling one with everyone. Not identifying oneself as, I'm just this, or only this belongs to me. I am from this tradition, I am from this country, I am from this region. No, breaking all that barriers and boundaries and feeling that entire universe, all that exists in this universe belongs to me. Feeling that ownership of the universe. See? Now, what is unenlightenment is easy to define. What is unenlightenment? Thinking that this only this belongs to me. I am from this part of America, I am only California, and I am from San Francisco, or that is because I am from this place, that is special. Or I am from Russia, I am from Germany, so I am from then Germany is very good. It's the greatest country in the world. Or I am a Hindu, so Hinduism is the greatest. Or I am a Muslim, so Muslim is the greatest religion. You think that your country or religion or culture, whatever civilization is very great because, not for what it is, because I am from that. Do you see, this is unenlightenment. All over the world what people are on to, this is great because I come from that. Somebody in India said, an old man, a pandit, a scholar, he was asked, now, is there any reference to know where the first man on this planet was born? This man said, oh yes, I know that. Said, where? Oh, it is in India, of course. And where in India? I said, oh, it's from this particular state in Punjab. I can be more precise, I can even give the name of the town he was born. The people are a little astonished. Oh, he's a historian, naturally. So his words carry some weight. He said, yes, from this particular town, and that too from that particular street, because I was born in that spot. So we attribute glory to something just because we are from that. A Buddhist would say, Buddhism is great. A Christian would say, Christianity is the only way, that is the only way to be civilized. Muslim would say, this is the last word of God. God was so kind to give this before people were ignorant. So claiming the limitations, it's like children. Have you observed children? They say, no, my mom is better than your mom, and my teacher is better than your teacher, no, my school is better than your school. You know, all our cultures and civilizations around the globe are stuck in this age group of children. Their mental age is stuck. I would say, if one could stand up and take credit or own all that has been in the past, the totality, that is maturity. One would say, all that is there in this world till now, whether it was born in China or Japan or Russia or in India or America, anywhere in the world, anything that has been there, all belongs to me. This is my wealth, because I belong to that divine. He, according to time and space, gave different knowledges in different places. That ownership, becoming the owner of the universe, and seeing, see, all these beautiful flowers, it's all from my own garden. Having that belongingness. You know, when you are a very small child, you had a lot of this belongingness. Have you observed? If you put about 50 kids in one room, and even if one kid starts crying, then all other kids will follow. For no reason. There is a sense of belongingness, unity, oneness. But as we became intelligent, as we grew up, we seem to have somewhere on the way lost our innocence and have become more crooked. An intelligent person becomes crooked. An ignorant person doesn't become crooked, he is innocent. But that innocence of ignorant has no value. And the crookedness of an intelligent person has no value. So enlightenment is this rare combination of innocence and intelligence. One is intelligent, at the same time innocent. One has words to express, at the same time one is very silent. So silent that nothing could shake that silence from within. No? With this what happens? The mind comes so much in the present moment. It stays in the present moment so much. And then everything is revealed to you. All is revealed. Whatever is necessary is revealed. In such a natural, spontaneous way. Not with any big effort. You just sit and then the song flows through you. You have any particular questions, then we will talk on that.
Panditji? I was listening to a tape where you spoke about prayer, and I was fascinated by your description. Could you share your thoughts on prayer with us?
That is it. Our whole life becomes prayerful. Whatever you do, you look at a tree, listen to a bird, watch the waves in the ocean, you are overwhelmed with gratitude, gratefulness. This gratefulness in you leads to a fuller state, makes you so full. That what to ask from this divine which is already doing everything? We don't need to give him some recommendation about somebody else. He is not asleep. And he is not less intelligent. We don't have to tell him, God, you please heal this man or that man. I mean, that is one kind, that's okay. But the real supreme kind of prayer is just being in that gratefulness. Being grateful for this very life. And words, we can't pray with words really. Words dissolve, disappear. What word you can say? Huh? Can you say thank? Can you thank? Not possible. No? So prayer arises in you when you feel helplessness, when you become aware of your insignificance. What is your life after all? Not even a drop in the ocean. Huh? Millions of years have passed, and millions of years will follow. And our lifespan is what? 40, 50, 60 years, 100 years. Another 100 years, 150 years, by miracle you live. So what? It's nothing, it's drop in this vast, infinite ocean of existence. No? See, everything is so orderly. See, the color comes, the flower comes, the birds sing, rain comes, and the globe moves, and many, many such universes, many such systems in this universe. When you become aware of this magnitude, enormous magnitude of creation, enormous, so big, mind becomes calm, quiet, silent. And when you become aware of all that has been given to you, all this grace, all this gift, you are overwhelmed by gratefulness. So when these two things simultaneously happens, when you feel helpless and when you feel your insignificance in this creation and feel grateful, prayerfulness simply happens. No? See, atheists have a question. They say, whom to pray? Show me God, then I will pray. This is what people who don't believe in God say, no? And believers say, I have believed in God, but now show me where is God. Both say the same thing, a little different direction. But one who prays says, let thy will be done, whatever is happening is fine. I've seen enough of your form. You are in a sand, and you are in moon, you are in the planets, you are in stars. You blow in the wind and you burn as sun. You cool, you are the coolness in the ocean, and you are the kindness in everyone's heart. And you are love yourself. With this one, just let's go everything. That I think is prayer. I don't know anything more than that.
Panditji, it's really easy to have a strong spiritual experience in an environment like this, but when I go to work and I go downtown, I feel like I lose that experience. Can you talk a little bit how it, you maintain that experience in the outside environment?
First of all, remove this concept in the mind that they are against each other. We think this is world and this is spirituality. No. They could be together. And they are together. It just needs an ear. See, someone was telling just this morning, he said, I used to be very much bothered about the traffic, a truck or any noise of the truck. But this morning we had a meditation session, and one of the gentlemen, he said, today I listened to it. It was like music. It's my willingness to accept something as it is. And act however you should act at that point to that situation. That is spiritual. Present is inevitable. You see, you work, and then whether in your work situation or some places you may have to get angry, you get angry. Don't think it is anti-spiritual. You are getting angry consciously is fine. But when you resist, you become anger. Do you see that? You lose in the process of being angry. So, like that, every situation, bring them together and see that they are all complementary. Now what happens in the beginning stages for a practitioner who is in the spiritual path? One does meditation, feels peaceful and good, and then one gets disturbed due to some reason, maybe had an argument with somebody. Now, then you start regretting having lost your peace. So, no doubt you lost your peace at that moment of argument. Even when that is finished, even afterwards, even after one day, you keep regretting about it, and then even this moment you are unhappy. You see that? Oh, I lost my peace, I lost my balance yesterday. So regretting about the experience, you are carried on that experience to next moment. You see that? So this goes in circles. So again you get angry because you are regretting, you don't feel happy. And then you are angry, then again you regret. So you go in circle like that, like that, like that. And then one gets frustrated about oneself. Oh, I am bad, I am not fit for this thing. Or I don't know how long will it take for me to get better. So you then, in a very subtle way, you start blaming yourself and you lose your confidence to be on the path. No? This is what happens. For this meditation and this awareness, okay, this moment fine, next moment fine. Surrender every moment's happening as offering. Whatever has happened, offer them. This is one of the rules of divine love. Divine love is offering every moment's happening, whatever has happened. Then there is no regretting, then you are in the moment, you stay in the moment.
What's the important thing in educating children?
Innocence.
When did people start listening to you?
Oh, this you must ask them. I can tell you when I started speaking.
Panditji, could you talk to us about marriage?
What do you want to know about marriage? It is a vast subject.
My question is, it seems to me like there's a lot of different views And some people think that when you get married, it's like a commitment for life, and you can't ever break it off. And then some people seem to say that when you get married, it's like you grow together with that person for as long as it's right. And then when it's done being right, maybe you've completed what you needed to learn with each other, then you go ahead and you move on. Maybe you go on to another person. And it's this that gets me really confused. Is it a commitment for life? Or is it a commitment just for a time, for as much growth as you can get in that time? That's what I want to know.
See, if you have observed in your life, your emotions are 10 times stronger than your intellect. You are thinking. You may decide, okay, I will not do this, I will commit, but then when the time comes, your emotions are so powerful, they come like a tornado and just washes away all that you had thought about in the past. So marriage is not something you decide up here. It's not a job of your upper chamber. It is somewhere deep inside. You feel attracted. You fall in love with someone. Isn't it? And then you decide to be together. Now, when you are together, what happens really is, you will have to examine this situation. Then somehow you being together more and more and more, the attraction dies out. When attraction of which you came together dies out, love manifests in 3 forms. First is attraction, and then in the mental level, a little higher is love, the emotional attachment, and then the spiritual dimension of it is surrender. The final dimension, culmination of love from attraction to surrender. Now, what happens when you are attracted, you are together so much that your attraction dies out, and then you just think you love, but there is no love. Love somehow seems to have disappeared from life. Now, not only love disappears, and then another question of respect comes in there. You respect something which is little away from you. But as you come together, you don't seem to respect the person so much. Love brings intimacy, but in the intimacy, respect is lost. But every individual is striving to have respect in life. This is the main problem in marriage. You may still have love, but you have a difficulty in maintaining your respect, or you feel you have been less respected. Huh? Huh. So one has to understand love. One has to live love. Understanding means not intellectually understand. No, be aware of all the dimensions. Then life blooms. It takes a different turn. Without that, marriage will be definitely not what it is. It promises, or you think it would do to you, to take off the loneliness and make you more fuller and more supportive and more whatever, enriching. That won't be there.
Panditji,
Yes?
I wanted to ask you a question about surrender. You seem to talk a lot about the topic of surrender, and yet I know it's a difficult topic for a lot of people in the West, for a lot of Americans, to talk about. Now, in my meditation, I'm very active. I work a lot with my imagination. There's a lot of imagery, and it's a very powerful, very rich process. And in some ways it seems like it's the opposite of surrender. And just speaking for myself, I find surrender very difficult to understand in meditation. My meditation is very active. There's a lot of visualization, a lot of dealing with thoughts and setting goals, and it seems the opposite of a passive way of meditation. What I'm doing doesn't seem to be the same thing as surrender. Can you help me to understand this topic?
I tell you another story. There was a hunter, a man who cuts the wood and sells the wood in a forest. He was doing this day and night to cut the wood and then take it and sell it in the market and then come back and make a living out of it. One day he met a saint. The saint, they became friends, and a couple of days he saw the person doing the same thing every day. So the saint said, out of compassion, he said, go a little further up and then you will find a copper mine. So the woodcutter thought, oh, well, the saint says, okay, let me do. Reluctantly he went. He never would even imagine that he could own a copper mine and become a little more richer. But he went reluctantly and he really found a big hole of copper. So he took them and he sold, and then it was much easy for him. Didn't have to cut wood to make a living. Living became much better. And then he started doing that once in a week. Instead of going every day, he would go there once in 2-3 days and bring the copper and sell it, and then make a better living, much better living than he was doing with the wood. The saint again met him after a couple of months, and he said, a couple of years you can take it. You'll be more generous with time. After a couple of years, the saint again met him and said, hey, come, you go a little further, you will find a silver mine there. Now this time, he was not so reluctant as before. But he said, no, copper is okay, but silver, he was not fully confident he could own a silver mine. He said, all right, but he has said, in the past he has said, I got the copper mine, maybe this may also be true. So let me go ahead. So he went ahead and he found a silver mine. Then he became much richer and very well to do. Couple of years passed. The saint again met him and said, hey, why did you stop there? You should go a little further. You'll find a gold mine. No, he went further, he found a gold mine. And then he became very, very rich man. And then he thought that is the end of it. Oh, I have made a very good life of mine. But the saint came and he said, no, why did you stop there? Go a little further. He said, what, is there anything better than gold? He said, yes, there is a diamond mine. So he went and he found a diamond mine. Then again, what happened after 2 years? You know the story. Huh? He met the saint and then he said, go a little further. He said, is this all? I have had all that I could have. What else could be there beyond diamond? He said, no, go a little further. He said, what is there? He said, you will find my hermit there. My hermitage. Said, you go beyond the diamond mine, you will find my hermitage there. Beyond that is real joy. Said, you go there, you will really find joy. So the man went there to the hermitage and he got enlightened. Right there. So that is the story. One has to go. He said, don't stop because you get great joy here, and then go a little farther. the house of God. This is an old story, but that is what it is. You will find, yes, this is wonderful. But go beyond, go beyond. Finally you will feel that essence, and that is surrender. Not negating this is bad. Yes, that is okay, copper is okay. But we move on to gold. Move on, move on, move on, like that.
What I want to know is, what is the best way to live with physical pain?
Accepting the pain. Don't try to be peaceful. When you have physical pain, you want to be peaceful, that creates more disturbance. Pain is there, okay, let it be, let it pain. Be with the pain. Cry, yell, laugh, whatever you want to do it for the time and see it release, you are relieved. When children feel pain, they cry. The crying relieves their pain. Once they have cried, afterwards, it doesn't pain them anymore. Have you noticed this? Huh? They fall down and make a scratch or get hurt, and then they cry maybe for 10, 15, 20 minutes. Wound has not yet disappeared, it is still there, the pain will be there. But the crying has reduced it. Or do some breathing techniques. In pain, this is helpful.
Can you tell us something about this Kriya that you teach?
See, there is a rhythm in creation, yes? And there is a rhythm in the body. You feel hungry at certain time, and you feel sleepy, and you feel, you go to nature calls. There is a rhythm in the body. There is a rhythm in the breath. There is a rhythm in your thought patterns. If you observe your thoughts, sometimes you feel frustrated, you are angry at this thing, or you are frustrated, or you are happy, or even unhappy. So also with your emotions, there is a set rhythm. And there is an innermost rhythm of the being, the silence in you. In Kriya, what happens? A harmony is brought between all these rhythms, from the outermost to the innermost. So when all these 6 rhythms are not in harmony, you are disturbed, you feel miserable. When harmony is brought between all the rhythms, by techniques, by going deep with the breath and the meditation, then there is bliss, there is joy, and feel more alive from every cell of your body. And it's once you do 2 times together in a course, it takes 2-3 hours to learn first. Afterwards 10 minutes one can do at any time. Or 5 minutes you do the Kriya. Anytime you are upset or don't feel very good, immediately you come to the moment, come to the present moment, very alive. So help people. Good. Huh?